Happy New Year everyone and welcome back. In this week's episode, we are looking at the last year's adventures so we can remember what happened and celebrate the wins. In January, we were moored on the Thames in Henley and were closely watching the water levels as we were about to experience the flood.
It's been raining for the last 2 weeks and you used to have to step down onto the boat and now you have to step up onto it, so the water levels are rising and we're getting some poles tomorrow. Cool, so it's been raining for, I don't know, about 2.5 weeks. So we're going to put some posts in. The river levels have risen, I don't know, probably about 1.5 foot, would you say? So our friend Eddie picked us up some poles we're going to bash into the ground. Now we haven't got a pole basher yet, so we're going to use the mallet first. But we're going to use the multi-tool to sharpen the ends off, turn them into spears, and then bash them in, and then hope for the best. You don't want it right at the end. Are you going to hold it while I bash?
No, I'm filming.
But you're going to have to find an autonomous way of filming. This is real life survival shit, Marina.
Okay.
That's right, do you want to film me actually? Are you filming?
Yes, I am.
This is for you guys. That'll do.
Is that safe? Winter is the most challenging time to be living off-grid. Our home floats in the water, which at the beginning of last year was a living and breathing river, adding that extra something to think about.
Wow, that's almost level with the top over here. So yeah, over the last couple of days, it's the first time we've seen all 8 weir paddles open. I was chatting to someone yesterday and apparently all up the river, all of the weirs are at full capacity, so there's not a great deal more that the lockkeepers can do.
The river spilled on the pavement. I haven't been outside yet, so I'm really excited to see, but yes, it is still going higher and higher.
I feel like Noah in his ark. Our stern is now above the bank. Fine, don't want it too loose, don't want it too tight. This is why you need posting, because otherwise they end up on the bank. Really the day that we've been planning for. We've spent all summer thinking, oh, where should we moor? We'd love to moor in Pangbourne. It's our favourite spot. But we just didn't think that if it flooded, having pegs in would be the right thing to do. So this is why we came to Henley. Proper banks, fairly high banks, mooring rings and solid footing as well. So this is what we've been waiting for and I'm glad we're here.
This is mad, absolutely mad. I'm glad that it's kind of a peaceful madness where nothing is going wrong. This is how the river goes wild, turning fields into ponds. It's fascinating to see nature change so quickly.
It stopped rising. Hopefully the frozen ground will slow it all down anyway.
Wow, it's so funny. The river flows really fast. We are in water by ankle and it just still looks very peaceful and serene. What an amazing combination of a frost and a flood visually.
You ready? Welcome to the episode. This was the flood, and it's been minus for the last few days. So although the water's gone, the ice has like remained. So it's yeah, it's pretty cool. Been watching loads of people like walking on it, running on it, falling on it.
In the next few days, the water came down to its regular levels, and our neighbor got his lawn back, and the dangerous bit is now over. Who have we got here?
My slippers had babies.
Oh, hello lovely. Welcome to the vlog, Susie and gorgeous George. Today on board Alba we have two friends with us, two beautiful poodles. They are both toy poodles. Gorgeous George, who is I think 13, and Susie, who is
Sassy Susie.
About just over 1 year old.
The water levels are now back to normal, and they've probably been back to normal for, what would we say, about a week. And we've got itchy tiller. Normally we're on the canal, so we move every 2 weeks. We've actually been in Henley since, what, the mid to late October. Love it, it's been great. We'll probably be back, we'll definitely be back. Yeah, we think we might go up to Pangbourne. The conditions look pretty good here.
This is our first cruise of the season. Oh my god, that was so scary. That was so scary. Oh my god, you were aiming at a wall. Oh.
Yeah, well, I wanted to aim as far over there until the last minute. It's
Yeah,
easier
yeah.
to flick it round than to try and overcompensate.
Absolutely. I'm just taking like this. He was literally going at a wall. Hopefully the GoPro will pick it up. Oh my god, that was so scary.
I was worried about it
Yeah.
rather than, you know, I knew what I was doing and I was fine, yeah.
Little did we know, this was not the only challenge we had on our journey. Trying to moor up at Soning Lock was almost impossible. That was really adventurous, really scary to be honest.
Very exciting.
I ended up having to pull the boat manually, then push the front, and pull a bit in, push the front, and kind of like wiggle the nose, wiggle the bow into the lock, and then we've been able to actually go in. We've just been to Better Boating and they are closed, so we didn't get any gas or diesel. However, on the plus side, we managed to get through Caversham Lock, and that means that we actually can get to Pangbourne. And on the minus side, yeah, we tried to fly the drone, it completely malfunctioned, flipped out, down itself into the water, then recovered. We tried to land it on top of Alba and it just sank. So it is in the river and there is no way of us getting it, and it's probably all water damaged, so no more drone. We're gonna go to a pub. We're gonna go to a dog-friendly pub and have dinner there with our poodles while we can, because tomorrow they're going back home. Good morning. How are we doing, sweeties? How are we? Oh, yeah, sweetie, sweet baby George. The Pangbourne sky greeted us with an amazing sunset the next day. This was our first cruise of the year. The change was exactly what we needed. So scary. Huh? I'm gonna give it a bigger piece, okay? No, it's fine, I'm not. It wasn't too bad. It was just really scary. Sleepy George. Sleepy George. Hello, lovely. Hello, beautiful. There's enough love for everyone. We have returning guests here on Alba.
We're so behind on our chores. We've got no water, no diesel, no gas. Recycling's overflowing. We've got no food, but we have got dogs, so the chances are we're not going to have much this weekend either.
Nothing's gonna get done now. Oh my god, George! Oh my god, George, you're so cute!
We are on our way to get some water, hopefully from the Swan pub in Pangbourne. Beautiful pub, beautiful food, great doggo friendly. So yeah, we asked the chap last night when we went for dinner if we could use their water point. We know there's a water point there. We spoke to the manager just before Christmas, who said, oh yeah, just come use it, it's absolutely fine.
There? Who's there? Who's there? George, Anthony!
I'm about to do a U-turn, and hopefully I'll just U-turn and we'll be there, in.
These were the closing days of winter. A few frosty mornings came as a last goodbye of this beautiful and challenging season. Drumroll! Today I passed my driving test. Really happy, I can't be happier. It's my first attempt. So glad I did it. The weather was awful, it was raining really hard. I was incredibly nervous. I was shaking, that nervous, but luckily I managed to pass.
It's wet. It's very wet. I love watching it though. It's quite very dramatic.
Zenda needs a service.
If anyone would like to buy Zenda, we're open to offers.
This is not the time to try and sell it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
This is not the time.
It floats. There's nothing wrong
Just
with it.
about.
It's just full of rain at the moment and a bit dirty. If you're interested...
Name your price. We're open to negotiation. This field is soaked. At the other end of it, the river broke its bank, but only just. It looks better than it is. In some areas, the water is ankle deep. We have a new gorgeous neighbor, the otter. He's very rare to spot. We've only seen him once before, and hence why he was assigned as Alba's spirit animal on our very first YouTube live. Welcome to the neighborhood, Mr. Otter. Funny, he hisses like a swan. Welcome everyone. Today we're taking you on a little adventure.
Well, Marina is, anyway.
Today's my very first road trip after passing the driving test, and we are going to North Wales. And on the itinerary is hopefully to see Great Orme and to climb, hike Snowdon.
Well,
the first thing we're going to see today is Swallow Falls. It's the tallest waterfall in Wales, at 42 meters high. The entrance was only £2. It's well worth the visit. Such a beautiful place. I couldn't believe the view. Seeing the mountains of Snowdonia so close to the sea just didn't seem real. It felt very special. Today we are going to climb Snowdon. It's a very cold morning, it's 8 AM. I wake up at 5:30 to get here. We packed up, got all our stuff, so we're just setting off.
It's going to be really flat and most of it's downhill, I've been told. My favourite kind of hill is downhill. All else fails, there is a train.
We're so lucky with the weather this weekend. Today's meant to be sunny and dry. I'm taking this hike kind of seriously. I've read up somewhere that we need 3 liters of water between us, so we're setting off with a heavy backpack. It got busy at the top, but we didn't mind queuing as it gave us a chance to spend more time enjoying the view. On a clear day, you might be able to see around 18 different lakes and 14 other summits that are over 3,000 feet.
Glad we're going downhill now. But yeah, fine. Look forward to that pint. Have Guinness, I think. Maybe have 2. We're going to have 2 Guinnesses, and then you're going to drive me home.
It's our last day in Wales and we couldn't leave without seeing the aqueduct. So we're going to go and walk up there. Hopefully it's not going to rain for the next 10 minutes and we can show you guys what the view's like.
Pontefract.
This is the world famous Pont Cysillt aqueduct on Llangollen Canal. Hard to pronounce, I know, but I had to try. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It was built in 1805 for narrowboats to cross the valley in North Wales. Spring on the boat is full of surprises. The weather changes drastically, and every day, if not every few hours, we get sunshine, rain, strong wind, or even hail.
We've just bought some briquettes. We met a guy on a park the other week and he was like, "Oh, do you guys have a fire?" I went, "Yeah." He said, "Do you use coal?" I went, "Yeah." He said, "Do you want to not use coal?" I went, "Yeah." He's a carpenter and he's got loads of off-cuttings. He kind of takes all the sawdust, compresses them down into little briquettes, and apparently they're a substitute for coal.
Today we're finally going for a mini cruise.
So we are finally going to move and get some water so we don't have to do the trolley every other day, which has been fine. It's been a lifesaver actually. And we're hungry, so we're going to go for dinner at the pub. So we're going to take you for a little cruise.
We asked to fill up, got a green light, and had a beer outside, keeping an eye on Alba.
Great idea, this one.
That was a very successful fill up. We also had dinner, however, and it only took about 2 hours all in, maybe even less. So let's just see if our space is still available or if we're gonna have to do adventure mooring. Gosh, I just got so scared. What are you doing here? Oh my gosh. There is a untied dinghy in the river that Miles went to rescue it, and I saw it getting closer and I opened the window to film the dinghy, and this massive swan just jumped into the boat shouting at me. I almost had a heart attack. I was like, what? Just jumping in. Oh, God. We have our returning guests this week, Susie and George, who are again on a cruise with us to Oxford. So it's bank holiday weekend. Yesterday was incredibly rainy. It literally felt like somebody turned on a shower, and I ended up having to wear my sailing jacket just to get the boat chores done. So today the weather is amazing. We just started our cruise. We set sail from Pangbourne, and today we're aiming to get to Wallingford, which should probably be about 3 to 4 hours. Then our dinghy Zenda, that was already wonky, fully went underwater, turning upside down. So we lost the oars.
Oh my God, it's been sinking and then turned around. It's getting into the brook. I was just trying to feed the dogs and... Okay.
What do we do?
I reckon we should moor up and try and get it out and empty it.
Alright, we managed to get it back to floating, but it needs emptying. The rest of the journey required watching Zenda like hawks and pulling the rope high up to stop it from going under again. As we've just lost the pump, Miles is emptying Zenda by hand.
Made you a fire so you're warm and toasty. Yeah? Sleepy George. Sleepy George.
Susie and George are staying inside while we're moving. Miles was doing laundry for a while, so they had some company.
There's a lot of scrape marks under that bridge.
Port Meadow is one of our favourite moorings. We're about to find out if anyone is crazy enough to moor here and if we can find a spot.
Okay. Susie, what did Miles do to you? Look what he's done. Look what he's done. Princess Susie. Oh, George, nice angle. Yes. Mwah. Mwah. Put love. Mwah.
Come
Yeah,
here.
go on, shout her.
Come, Susie, come. Susie, Susie. Oh, my love. Oh,
Oh, what happened, Susie? Give yourself a shake.
Susie, are you even a dog? Oh, there you go. Port Meadow is an ancient area of grazing land, and it's still used for horses and cattle. It's so special to see a herd of horses there. We'd like to think that they're wild or semi-wild, and sometimes they come up close to the river. The mooring we're in is beautiful in so many ways, but the access on and off the boat is a little bit challenging. So we ended up carrying George, and Susie learned how to walk the plank when we added the third one. That's a wrap of part 1 of the 2023 adventures. There's been so many discoveries. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like and support us by subscribing. Tune back in next week to watch all the lessons we learned last year. Sending you all our love. See you in the next one.